Here's something that you heard on Focal Point that nobody has said for 7 years. You got a 7-year head start on this particular little factoid. This is Jonah Goldberg. We played it yesterday or 2 days ago. He's on Brett Bayer's program, and he's talking about this Orlando thing and drops this little factoid kind of into his commentary along the way. Let's listen.
I'm reluctant to say this, but that might be the single dumbest editorial in the history of the New York Times. It's like a piñata. You can hit it from any angle and get some reward. First of all, the guy was a registered Democrat, right? He swore allegiance to ISIS. And somehow, the Republican opposition to gay marriage that is somehow associated with this, you know, I know for a fact that a lot of the founders of the Nazi Party were gays. Should we revisit the issue of Nazism based upon the fact that they were homosexuals? It's
all right,
ludicrous.
There you go. There's Jonah Goldberg. You know, and I haven't heard anybody else in the low information media. I haven't even heard anybody else in the conservative media who was saying what you just heard from Jonah Goldberg, that homosexuals helped to form and shape and mold the Nazi Party, that homosexuals are at the core of forming the Nazi Party. You know, I said that back in 2009, got absolutely hammered, got absolutely blistered, and I think what happened is people like Jonah Goldberg, they saw what happened to somebody who was willing to step out and tell the truth about the origins of the Nazi Party, that it was rooted in the homosexual movement, homosexual community. It was formed in a gay bar in Munich. Most of the officers of the SA, the stormtroopers, were homosexuals. You had no chance of advancing in the stormtroopers unless you were a practicing homosexual. You know, I think it was William Shirer who said that that 90% of the people around Hitler were not sexually normal. Even Luther Machtan, who was a noted secular historian in Germany, wrote a biography of Hitler, and he said that Hitler was a homosexual, and that the reason the Night of the Long Knives occurred back in 1934, when he killed Ernst Röhm and a number of others, was because they were getting ready to out him to the German people. They were getting ready to tell the German people that Der Fuhrer was a practicing homosexual, that he could not abide, and so according to Lothar Machtan, that's why he had all of them killed. So here's something where Focal Point, ladies and gentlemen, scooped Jonah Goldberg, scooped National Review, scooped the conservative punditocracy by 7 years now. I haven't talked about this in a long time because there hasn't been a reason to talk about it. The reason I talked about it in 2009 and 2010 was that we were considering repealing the ban on open homosexuality in the military. And so that was the discussion at the time. What about homosexuality in the military? And my point was very simple. That's been tried. Nazi Germany tried that. How did that experiment work out?